Okay. Hey TIs, how you doing? Hope you're doing alright. I just want to go over some basic stuff again. Um, if you're a true TI, just make sure that you do not engage in confronting anyone because they're not worth it. Do your transactions like you're shopping and leave. Keep things really simple for yourself because the whole system is designed to go against you. Their little pyramid thing, that's how the system is designed. Always know the true definition of love, okay, for you, okay? Make sure you eat a balanced meal, get some exercise in your sleep. We know that dream manipulation, such as V2K and synthetic telepathy, is out there, and they're using it heavily on people. If you are able to drive in a car, you might want to invest in a camera car. Just saw, like this report about road rage, and especially people on bicycles. They're kind of instigating stuff. So, protect yourself. We all know there's an AI system in place. Just have neutral feelings. Just keep it cool. And just walk away from disasters. That's what you want to do. You want to walk away. Don't feed into the system. Keep it nice and cool. Also, I found out that if you invest in gold, like necklaces, rings, bracelets, whatever, just small things, it helps guard you against outside radiation. I found that out through one of my reading books. So, that's why everybody in Hollywood wears gold, the bling bling, because it helps deflect the radiation that's on the planet, especially EMR, because that's what's hitting us is EMR, electromagnetic resonance. 4D is your pineal gland. That's where you dream, but they've put so much nanotechnology in us that we don't have natural dreams. So anyways, I just want to go over a couple stories. Let's see here. Astonishing rise in demand for exorcisms, putting mental health at risk, report finds. So, this is all about EMR and the establishment trying to label you as mentally ill. This goes all the way back to King Solomon. And there's a story about a boy who comes to Solomon. And let me find it for you. He goes to King Solomon in a nutshell and asks for help. Solomon Temple and EMR. Let's see here. Okay, Solomon, Abraham, and Daniel were well-known exorcists, but actually were just good at eradicating these radiations from the bodies and minds of the people. As to the demons overturning the water ball, I will delve into that a little later. As to drawing the demon through the nose, he just used the power of the ring to attract the radiations that settled in the iron-filled organ of Jacobson, which remember was in quite a bit better shape in people of those times. Okay, so he had this ring, okay, and he used it to help people. Okay, this whole thing, I'm telling you, history is repeating itself. It goes all the way back to stuff that happened back then. Let me see if I can find this boy. Well, here, Solomon the Special Ring. As we saw in the Vedas, spook and apparitions were induced by the oppressors that were very realistic, more so than they would be in a drug-induced or other chemical reaction. Okay. Schizophrenia is either a genetic flaw or brought about by poor diet where the neural circuitry upsets the electrical responses between synapses, producing visual hallucination. It is common today because of our very poor eating habits and is also triggered by birth trauma, and both these problems were not too common in these days, which is why I believe we cannot attribute these mental disorders to insanity as many historians do. If I did not see this accompanying physical disorders as the little boy losing weight, I might be tempted to say it as well. Okay, so the little boy, this little boy was seeing something or someone, either induced by direct mental impregnation by radio waves and or by the effects of radiation poisoning. Evidence of the latter, although not unknown in EMR, comes from his complaint that his body grows thinner, a symptom of acute rather than chronic radiation poison. Our own use of electricity has ruined the magnetic waves of the earth, and we have the addition of poor food that hastens our problems of mental fatigue today. It is no wonder mental problems and depression are so rampant. Our radios and televisions have added immensely to the problems as well as our appliances. Radio waves density of 100-200 million times that of the sun's natural rays. Abnormal sunspot activity has been proven to affect the Earth's populace as famines and wars follow these patterns. Okay, let me see if I can find this little boy. Okay, once upon a time, when the temple of the city of Jerusalem was being built, and an artisan was working on it, Oranus, the demon, came as the sun was setting and took half the wages and provisions of the master's workman's little boy. Also, each day, the demon was sucking the thumb of the boy's right hand. So the little boy, who was much loved by me, grew thin. The boy said, "I beg you, king, listen to what is happening to me. After we are all dismissed from work on the temple of God, when the sun has set and I am resting, an evil spirit comes and makes off with half my pay and half my provisions. Also, he grabs my right hand and sucks my thumb. Can you see that when my soul is distressed, my body grows thinner every day?" Okay, so this little helper of Solomon tells us much of what's happening, for we know hallucinations can be easily induced by EMR. Brain areas such as the temporal cortex, amygdala, and hippocampus have generated everything from images of butterflies to hearing symphonies. Okay, so what she's saying is the EMR, I mean, I'm sure they were around pyramids. EMR was big time, magnetic flow. She says depletion of B2, B6, copper, manganese, which affects all metabolic processes. B2, B6, copper, manganese, molybdenum, iron, nickel, as well as a liver dysfunction is well known. If B vitamins are disrupted, depression, confusion, forgetfulness are quite common. This is what she's saying is, gotta have a balanced diet. Okay, let's see here. Now, I don't have it right now, but I'll try to find it. It was the ring that he had. It was able to demagnetize these people when they came to him for help. Okay? Because the place was being flooded with EMR. Now, EMR depletes civilizations, such as the Aztecs. Because this article was a few days ago, Tower of Human Skulls in Mexico shed new light on Aztecs. Okay, so here you have an archaeologist, and he says he wasn't expecting this, but he says here, we were expecting just men, obviously young men, as warriors would be. And the thing about women and children is that you would think they wouldn't be going to war. But I'm saying that but they did. And that's what this biological anthropologist is saying. Something happened that we have no record of. And he goes, this is really new. So what he's saying is, something happened. And what I believe is the Aztecs were around these pyramids, and they're generating EMR. And just people just went against each other. So I'm telling you what's happening is civilization after civilization went down due to the fact that the earth is flooded with EMR from these pyramids. Okay? You know? So, anyways, just another thing, Vatican police break up gay orgy at home of secretary of one of Pope Francis' key advisors. So, you know, a lot of heavy stuff is happening, and it needs to come out. Like I said, what they're doing is they're using EMR. The powerful elite are using EMR, Wi-Fi, Gwen towers, all that stuff is generating to hit us because they know who we are on a soul level. Okay? Just do the best you can. Try to keep it cool. You know, you do have people who are reptilian and they're walking their earth. Okay? Now, if and when they do this second cup deal, their Rep 13, it's going to be all psyops. Okay? It's going to be the black ops, the military, because they're repeating, they want mankind subjugated, and they want you to engage with the robot. Okay? That's what all these articles are about. You know, you're having sex with robots, you know, children are being born and parents are deciding that they don't need to be identified if they're a boy or a girl anymore. That was an article in Canada. I mean, it's just, and they're letting the kid grow up to decide what they are. That's not how that's not how you raise a child. What that is a parent not being responsible in raising that child and saying, believe in yourself. Okay? That's just like, she's just handing her child over to the state. Okay? Look, there's a lot on our plate, but I know that this AI thing is evil. It's absolute evil. It takes away you, the personal you. Okay? I know what's been done to me. They affect your pineal gland and your chakra system. And then on top of it, you have smart meters in your house. So it's no good. There is definitely a battle going on. And I know the source of it. It all comes back. It all is designed from the reptilians. Plain and simple. All from them. And the sad thing is that you have humanity trying to cover it up. But there are those of us that can see. So that's why I reveal the truth. Because it has to come out. This whole thing is going around in a circle, cyclical. Okay? And they do this stuff on purpose so they can have their hybrid civilization that just does their bidding, or whatever you want to call it. Complete idiots walking the earth. So anyways, that's what I've done. I've dug deep, went in the back, past, and found out some more stuff. So anyways, just you know, if you're TI, just keep it cool. Remember, they're not worth it, the gangstalkers. So over and out.